Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn history, today Polynesia, and after we've done that, we're going to do median plane training. And if you participate in the median plane training, then it's very bonus. Polynesia or Polynesians people. And the Polynesians are the people who live on the many islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, from Hawaii to Easter Island and New Zealand. The people living on many islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Hawaii to Easter Island and New Zealand. Hawaii is around there, and New Zealand is beside Australia. Now let's take a map and look if we find something. Now Easter Island I'm not on, but we have in Hawaii. There. There's North America, there's Hawaii. And New Zealand is there. In the middle of the Pacific. Okay, that is Polynesia. Or the Polynesian people are living there. In the middle of the Pacific. Hawaii to Easter Island and New Zealand. There are 10,000 islands in Polynesia, and the rest of the Eastern Pacific, with hundreds of different cultures and languages, which each with its own history. There are 10,000 islands in Polynesia and in the Eastern Pacific, and there are hundreds of different cultures and languages, and all of them have their own history. Okay, Polynesia seems to be far spread, hundreds, maybe thousands of islands. And there are different cultures, people with different cultures and languages living on these islands, oftentimes. Polynesia, the region of Hawaii to Easter Islands to New Zealand, with over the thousands of islands, more than 10,000, and different people living there. Many Polynesian islands may well have been first settled 40,000 years ago by people from Southeast Asia. Okay, people from Southeast Asia. Makes sense. Started to settle there. A second wave of migrants moved east from Fiji, Samoa and Tonga to the Marquesas Islands 2,000 years ago. Marcus. No, what? So we have here Fiji, Samoa and Tonga. Fiji there. Samoa and Tonga. Now Fiji is there. Again, next to Australia, there's New Zealand, there's Fiji. Here will be Southern Asia, and there's somewhere Samoa and Tonga somewhere as well. Now they moved east, so that means they moved to here. Let's look if there is Polynesia. French Polynesia. Marquesas Islands, French. Okay, they moved east. Now here from Southern Asia, it came the first, and went to New Zealand where it starts, and from Fiji then eastwards, so to here, and Samoa and Tonga eastwards. Where's Polynesia? Yes, South America. Polynesia. Okay. There are over 10,000 islands in the Eastern Pacific. In Polynesia and Eastern Pacific, and there are the Polynesians living, the Polynesian people, and they are having on many different islands, many different languages, cultures and histories, and we came there 40,000 years ago from Southern Asia, but also 2,000 years ago from Fiji, Samoa and Tonga eastwards. In their canoes, the settlers took crops, coconuts, gems, taros, and breadfruit, and livestock, pigs and chickens. Okay, and the settlers coming from the Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Marquesas Islands eastwards, they had with them the crops, coconuts, gems, I don't know what gems are, taros, I don't know what it is, and breadfruit, and also animals, pigs and chickens. Every island developed its own style of wood carving. So they were living more or less on these islands. I don't know how much they lost safe from one to another, much farther, but they lived there and they had their own language, culture, history, and also developed their own style of wood carving. So basically of culture and art. About 400 after Christ, the new Polynesians moved onto Hawaiian Easter Islands. So there's 40,000 years they came from Southern Asia, and then 2,000 years more people from Fiji, Tonga and Samoa eastwards, and then 1,600 years more eastwards to Hawaii, and then the Easter Islands must be somewhere as well. Easter Islanders created strange stone statues called moais. Okay, they are called moais, these ones. Carved with stone tools because they had no metal. Again, they had no metal. We had it about the Olmecs. The Olmecs also had no metal. Okay, and they moved eastwards, and then the people living on the Eastern Islands, they are made statues out of stone tools, because they had no metal, and these statues are called moais. The settlers crossed the ocean in small double canoes. Here's this picture. And boats called outriggers. They're called outriggers. We're coming to that in a moment. Okay, the people traveling from the Fiji, Samoa and so on, eastwards to Polynesia and then eastwards to Hawaii and Eastern Islands were paddling in outriggers and in double canoes. There are about 600 huge stone Maori statues on Easter Island, on platforms called ahus. Okay, that thing which we're standing on seems to be called ahus. So there are 600 of them standing on Easter Island, made with stone, stone material. And they are standing on ahus, this platform on which they are standing, and they are called moais on Easter Island. Moais, 600. Moai statues on Easter Island on platforms called ahus. No one knows what they were used for. Okay. Outriggers, not a boat. Outriggers are traditional boats of Polynesia, and are named after rigging that sticks out to the side, or to the sides to aid stability. Outriggers. Now, I don't know what riggers are, but it seems to be the thing to be outside. Named after rigging that sticks out to the side to aid stability. Easy to push ashore because they have good stability. Easy to pull ashore, and perfect for shallow waters. They are ideal for island life. It would be interesting if the outriggers are further down than the boat, if it is for that possible to even draw the boat onto land, but the thing at the bottom of the ship of the boat is not damaged because the riggers are on the ground further down. And perfect for shallow waters, because we were canoes and were very stable because of these riggers, and that's why we're called outriggers. Fascinating fact: the biggest Maori statues on Easter Island are up to 12 meters high and weigh 90 tons. 12 meters, 90 tons. Okay, we are through with what we have here. We will come back in the future part to Polynesia, and where we will do at least one big presentation about what we learned here. Maybe even a separate one about the Maoris, or about the outriggers. Maybe we're going to do three videos about this. But for now, this is enough. That means that was the history part. If you are here for history, Polynesia, you can go directly to the next part of history. Maybe Polynesia. We will do now the medium plane training. Medium plane training. If you participate in the medium plane training, that is better the arms. They're bringing one leg up and pointing with a foot down. And the other leg up. Then point with a foot down. And now to the side. Toes up on your forward. And to the other side. And now from side to side. And now are we bringing one leg up? Flexible inline hips taller with the back. Taller with the back. And step back, and we're pressing from the top against the knee. A little bit, there you go. And we are leg up. Leg up, right angle with a leg, flex foot, even hips taller for the back. Press from the top against the knee and have a little bend in there. And the other leg again up. Now we're pressing from the inside. And the other leg up. And again, pressing from the inside. And again, the next leg up. And now, is the knee pressing up and to the side. Up to the side. And the other leg up, and press again up to the side leg. Last exercise, the heavy swing on leg up, press from the outside and outside. And classic side. And away. And the final time. And cross again. And with the other leg up. Press from the outside. One more time. And down, now walk a little, a walker, and legs wide apart, breathing in. Last one, eight. Breathing out the legs. And breathing out. It was a medium injury. Thank you very much, and until next time.